sweet like honey.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but I'm back and I'm better. And I've got my first makeup tutorial for you, which is this look here. On my Instagram, I have like an everyday tutorial look. So I thought, let me do like a little bit more glam look. So I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. First thing I do when I do my makeup is prep my skin. It's so important to prep your base because anything on top of it, if you don't prep your skin, anything on top of it, it's not going to look nice. So what I do is I've come out the shower. I use the simple kind of skin purifying cleansing lotion, and I get just like a cotton pad and I just wipe all over my face. And down my neck as well. Right, then the next thing that I do is I grab another cotton pad, and this is rose water, and I use this as a toner. Sometimes I use the simple toner, but I've run out of this, so rose water kind of works well as well. So I'll just put that all over my face. And then the next thing I do is get some raw shea butter. I got this from Ghana. And I just moisturize my face. Just like this. I'm just gonna bring the locks a bit closer. My wonky. So the first thing I'm going to do is my eyebrows. They really need to get waxed. What do you lots do, thread or wax? I used to do threading, but it hurts so much, so I just thought wax, quick and easy. But the one thing I will say is threading is much more precise. But we move. I'm just gonna get my spoolie. Guys, if I'm looking down, it's because my mirror's down. So I'll try. But yeah, so the first thing I do is just brush my eyebrow hairs into place with a spoolie. And then I use an eyebrow pencil. I got this from the hair shop. Just a normal eyebrow pencil. And literally follow the lines. LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn to highlight, conceal my eyebrows. And I'm also going to use dark cocoa. So I use dark cocoa for the top and then Fawn for the bottom. I kind of mix the dark cocoa and the Fawn for the top because I still like that kind of highlighted brow look, but you don't want that halo effect. Are we straight? Here we are. Imagine if I left my house like this. But yeah, so I take a brush and I mix the dark cocoa and the, so on the back of my hand, I mix the dark cocoa and the Fawn to conceal the top of my eyebrows. So now that I'm happy with my eyebrows, I'm gonna go ahead and set the concealer.
Yeah, so guys, as you can see, I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn again, just to conceal my eyelids and prep it ready for eyeshadow. I'm going to take a brush and blend out the concealer and then set it with the Revolution Luxury Powder in Banana, so that my eyelids are ready for some eyeshadow. So now that my eyelids are prepped and primed, I'm going to go into my Revolution Flawless 4 palette and go into this kind of burnt orange colour. And I'm going to just get a fluffy brush and place that into my crease and use that as like a transition colour. Guys, when I tell you, I literally use maximum 2, maybe 3 eyeshadow colours. Eyeshadow might look hard, but you actually only really need 2 colours, in my opinion anyways, to make it look cute. So yeah, as you can see, I'm going to go into my crease. I'm actually on the phone, just in. Yeah, so I'm going to go into the crease and just in circular motions place that burnt orange colour into my crease. So the next thing that I'm going to do is go into the same palette and take a brown shade and place it just on top of where I put that burnt orange colour and blend both of those colours in together, just like that. This is one of my go-to looks. Next thing that I'm going to do is spray a flat brush with my Revolution Sport Fix setting spray. This is so that when I go into my I Love Makeup 24K Gold palette, that the pigment is strong. You can use any setting spray for this. I don't show you lots the colour now, but I think I'll show you lots the gold colour later on. But literally what I'm doing is I'm just packing on this beautiful gold shade onto my eyelid with the flat brush. Next I'm going to go into the peach colour in this palette, which is pretty similar to the burnt orange colour in my Revolution palette, just to make sure that the gold is blended in. Just to finish off this eye look, I'm going to just add some mascara and then put on some lashes. This mascara is from Mary Kay. It's pretty good. My lashes are really curly, so it does bring out my eyelashes, as you can see. And the eyelashes that I'll be using are just from eBay. If you type in 25mm mink lashes, you'll find them. I love them. They bring up my eye shape so well, and who doesn't like stripper length lashes? So I've did my eyelashes off camera, and then now I'm going back into my I Love Makeup 24 Gold palette. I'm going back into that same gold shade. Yeah, as you can see, I'm going back into that same gold shade just to top up the gold on my eyelid. So now that my eyes are done, I'm going to move on to my face. I'm first going in with the MAC Strobe cream. I received this when I purchased my matte mineralized skin finish, so it's like a sample, and I actually really like it. It gives you like a subtle glow underneath your makeup, as you can see. Don't be alarmed, it turns white when you put it on, but obviously as you massage it into your face more, it goes clear. I think I put a little bit too much though, but it really, really does make a difference to your makeup. After that, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer. Because I'm using the Fenty Beauty foundation, and I know that all Fenty Beauty products work hand in hand, so if you're using the foundation, the best thing to use is the primer, so I've been told. And I'm not going to lie, I did use a different primer when I first got this foundation and it didn't work out. So my advice to you is, if you're going to use the Fenty foundation, definitely pair it with the Fenty primer. But yeah, anyways, so I'm going to go in with the Fenty primer, and then I'm also going to go in with the Fenty foundation. I'm in the shade 450, and I literally pump it onto my face and use a flat brush just to distribute the product, and then use a damp beauty blender to blend it all out. Just to ensure that my foundation is completely blended in, once I've gone in with the beauty blender, I go in with my Real Technique buffing brush. I wet it a little bit with some setting spray, and then I'll also go ahead and just blend in any harsh lines that the beauty blender might have missed out. When it comes to blending my foundation, I definitely use a combination of a brush and a beauty blender, only because when you use a beauty blender, it gives you a flawless finish, but I feel like it sucks up a lot of the product, so it's soaking up the product instead of putting it on your face. So I feel like once you have used the beauty blender, it's always good to go back in with the brush just to make sure that there's no patches or there's no harsh lines. Now that I'm happy that my foundation is blended, I'm going to go into highlighting. And I'm highlighting with the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer in the shade Caramel. I really love this concealer because it's nice and thick, it's full coverage, and it's easy to blend out. And I'll be honest with you, it's hand in hand with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn. After I've blended out the Maybelline concealer, I go ahead and add some LA Girl Pro Concealer in Form on top of that, just for a little bit more coverage. And then I go back in my beauty blender and just blend away. Blend, blend, blend. I also forget to mention, but I put concealer on my chin, on my forehead, and a little bit on my nose. I stopped putting concealer all the way down the bridge of my nose, only because I just found it looks weird. So if I've got any extra product, then I will blend it on my nose, but I wouldn't put concealer directly on the bridge of my nose. I personally just feel it doesn't look nice on me, but each to their own. Next, I'm going to go into contouring just a little bit with my Makeup Revolution foundation stick, and this is in the shade F18. I think this is the darkest shade. It low-key is the same shade as me, but because I've highlighted, it does give me a subtle contour look. It's almost finished, so I just dig a brush into the foundation stick and put the product just onto my cheekbones, onto my forehead, and a little bit down my nose, and then I go ahead and blend it out with a brush. After I finish contouring, I go into setting my concealer. So I'm using the same Revolution setting powder in Banana. Guys, these days I really don't bake. I more so just put the product in and pat it in, and I leave it to sit there for like no more than 2 minutes. I feel like this really helps with preventing flashback. Because I feel like when you bake too much, that's actually when you're prone to flashback. So guys, don't bake. So as I said, I don't bake, but I use the time in which I set my contour with, which by the way, I literally set my contour with brown eyeshadow. So as the setting powder is on my face, I contour, and that's the time that I use to bake, if you want to say. But yeah, I really don't keep the setting powder on my face for much longer, not that long, and I contour. Right guys, this step is very important to avoid flashback, but it's important to wipe away the setting powder with your powder colour, so the same colour as your skin tone, but obviously in the powder. I'm using the matte mineralized skin finish in dark deep. This is my holy grail. I can't leave the house without it. I won't leave the house without it. If I do leave the house without it, it's ruined my day, because it's so good at just, say if you're getting oily, something that you can blot away the oil with. It's so good at just blending out everything. My holy grail. So yeah, it's important to blend away the banana powder with your powder colour. once I've gone in with the powder, I'm going to just do a little bit of reverse contour. I've done the subtle contour today, so I just want to bring out the contour just a little bit more. And then I'm going to use my sleek blush and get a blush brush. That was a mouthful. A blush brush, and just put it on the apples of my cheek. So guys, I'm almost finished with my makeup. I'm literally going to set my face with the Revolution Sport Fix setting spray. Guys, I hate this setting spray so much. The white one is much better, but when I was in the shop and I saw it, it was like, it just came out. I thought, let me use it. It's not bad, but it's just not as good as the white one. So yeah, it's not like I don't recommend it, but I do not like it. I definitely prefer the white one. But anyways, I set my face before I do my highlight. I feel like it brings out the highlight more, makes your highlight pop. I'm using the MAC Gold Deposit highlighter, and I'm just going to use a fan brush just to apply that onto my face and make that highlight pop, 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 pop. I just realised I didn't really blend out my reverse contour, but I do later on, I think. And I also do put on some mascara because the eyeshadow has fallen onto the eyelashes a little bit. But yeah, the last thing I did, which I forgot to show you lots, was my lip combo. And I'm using just a normal brown lip liner, and then I put in the MAC lipstick. It's in the shade Shanghai Spice, and then I topped it up with some clear lip gloss. And then as you can see here, I'm just setting my face for the last time. I used obviously the Sports Fix setting spray, and then I used the original setting spray. And I also, which I forgot to show, is I set my face with a little bit of rose water. And here's the finished look, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to ask me any questions that you may have that I've left out, or any recommendations. I'm all here for it. Thank you guys. Bye.
Sweet like honey, I am money. Shoes them bloody, drips to gully, I'm in deep.